You want a piece of me, Cameron? You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me?
Aloha everyone, it's the Natural here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. It's a Monday, which means it's another football impact. Another big game in the Premier League, another enormous game for Liverpool in the title race as they played Newcastle United at St James's Park. This game was exceptional, and for me, one of the games of the season, no question about it. I don't know what it is with Liverpool and Newcastle. They always play out amazing, incredible matches, really. I think back when Newcastle United went for the title and we lost the title because Liverpool beat us 4-3. But it had the same sort of feeling this game because Newcastle were excellent. I thought they got their tactics spot on. Rafa Benitez going to give Liverpool the 3 points. Nope, that wasn't going to happen in this game because Rondon just was a pain in the ass for Liverpool for the whole game. He was a threat. He roughed up Van Dijk's feathers. Rondon made Lovren so vulnerable all over the pitch. But the first goal was from Liverpool, and the only thing I can say from Newcastle United is I don't know what they're doing for the fucking corner. I mean, Van Dijk, he is the best player in the Premier League. He's won the PFA Player of the Year. He's one of the best headers of the ball in the Premier League. And what do? You literally just let him in and he scores the fucking first goal. Don't ask me who's marking him. Then Newcastle going to go back, even though Alexander-Arnold should have got a straight red card. Yes, it should have been a red card and a penalty with the ref, but Christian actually put it in the back of net. He got his first goal of the season, so I don't know what to feel. I would rather have a penalty and a red card, but I actually put the ball in net, so whatever. But Alexander-Arnold stayed in the pitch and he whipped the ball in to Salah. He scored. Newcastle then scored an absolute thunderous goal from Salomon Rondon, who was definitely man of the match in this game. Sensational finish. And usually players had to duck out of it because he would get his head knocked off if it did. And then the controversial moment. The referees in this league is a joke beyond belief. How the linesman legitimate did not see that wasn't a dive from Fabinho, I have no idea. He's staring right in front of it. He's 2 yards away. Come on, seriously. Neil Warnock's right. These referees are the worst referees in the world of football. They just don't know the game. Origi, who scored a big goal against Everton quite a while back, I think about back in November. He scored the goal, got them the 3 points, and is now over to Man City, who play on Monday, obviously, against Leicester, and that is a huge game. Right now, the pressure's on City, and they have to beat Leicester on Monday, or if they don't, the title could be going to Liverpool. City and Liverpool. I've never seen a title race where both teams have been so consistent over a whole season. Liverpool have only lost one game this season, which was against Man City. Man City have only lost one game in 2019, which in the Premier League, which was against Newcastle. So something has to give eventually. As Newcastle United, please sort Rafa Benitez's contract out. For fuck's sake, give him what he wants. If he wants a new Mercedes, if he wants a fucking new house, give him it. Give him what he wants. Because how we are 14th, comfortably safe, with a championship squad, I have absolutely no idea. And another title race to talk about, and this title race looks like it's all wrapped up. It's in the Bundesliga, and it's Bayern Munich versus Hanover. And Bayern Munich comfortably beat, looks like to be already relegated Hanover, who have to win the next 2 games, or they're relegated. As for Bayern Munich, they won this weekend, and Frank Ribery, who scored one of the goals, he will not be a Bayern Munich player next season. After 12 years of being with Bayern Munich, he's had an amazing career. He's probably one of the greatest ever foreign players to ever play in the Bundesliga. In terms of titles, goals, big goals in games, he's probably one of Bayern Munich's greatest ever players, probably of all time. He's up there with the greatest of all time for Bayern Munich. So he's had an amazing career at Bayern, incredible career, and it'll be interesting to see where he'll go in the summer. But Bayern Munich convincingly beat Hanover. Hanover did get a goal, an equaliser, but they did in 10 men. The goal scorer, who scored the goal for Hanover, denied they just get a stupid 2 yellow cards. Just sums up their season, to be honest. But Bayern Munich comfortably won, and with Borussia Dortmund, who were 2-0 up against Werder Bremen, somehow bottled it again, and Werder Bremen got a 2-2 draw, which means all Bayern Munich have to do is beat RB Leipzig next week, and they're Bundesliga champion. Doesn't matter what Dortmund do; they're 4 points clear. All they have to do is win one more game, and Bayern Munich are Bundesliga champions. I think for the 6th or 7th time in a row. Dortmund, you guys were 7 points clear I think around Easter.
You suck! It's okay.
You just somehow bottle it. It's just as simple as that. The 3-3 draw against Hoffenheim, the 2-2 draw against Werder Bremen this weekend. That's the reason why they're not going to win the league. And they probably need major signings in defensively in the summer, because defensively they've been the big problems there this season. And now we're heading back to the Premier League, and the top 4 race is now finished. It's finished. It's over, because Arsenal played Brighton this weekend, and Manchester United played Huddersfield this weekend. We're going to start with Arsenal. They played Brighton this weekend after a big performance against Valencia in the Europa League. You think, okay, they're in a bit of confidence. They beat a top team in Valencia. All do Arsenal is beat Brighton. No, that's not what happened. Because Arsenal, when it comes down to the nitty gritty at the end of the season, when it comes down when you're fighting for top 4, you're fighting for a title, you're fighting for relegation, these players are so bottle jobbed. They were 1-0 up in this game thanks to a Monreal dive, which was never a penalty. But Bayern put them back in net, good finish. And then they had so many chances, Arsenal, to just kill the game off for 2 or 3-0. They had the game in the bag, but again, they keep missing chances. Defensively all over the place. Leno decided to pass the ball on the Brighton players, and he could easily score an equaliser. But Granit Xhaka, who for me is a liability and is a sleeping policeman, he's one of the worst defensive midfield players I think I've ever seen in the Premier League. He doesn't know the rule. He's not a defensive midfield player. Why? Because he decided to give a penalty to Brighton with pretty much only like 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game, and Brighton go and Glenn Murray slots in the back in there, 1-1. Arsenal F up top 4 the way they F up everything. This team, these players are just not good enough anymore for Arsenal. They need a big summer of transfers in the summer. They need better defenders, they need better midfield players, because this team, bar Aubameyang and Lacazette, this is a bang average top 10 team. They have struggled to keep clean sheets this season. Their home record right now is not very great. Their away record is atrocious. So Nuno Emery has a lot of head scratching to do in the summer. And move on to Man United, give them a mention. They were absolutely hopeless against Huddersfield Town. They couldn't even beat the worst Premier League team I think I've ever seen. No respect to Huddersfield Town, but in terms of quality, they're just not good enough. But it sums up Man United this season. This is the reason why I call Manchester United the Beverly Hill Football Club.
Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
Because they're not a football club. They're just like a bunch of rich kids and a bunch of spoiled people who just show off their fancy cars and fancy all that BS. This is Man United's problem. There's going to be big changes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I don't think Man United made a cock-up of pointing him early. I want to stand pointing him at the end of the season, but not now, because he's only won 2 games, which was against Watford and West Ham, which by the way, they didn't even deserve to win those games. So since they knocked Paris Saint-Germain out of the Champions League, and since they gave Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the permanent manager's job, they have single-handedly down-tooled those players. And for me, half of them, probably all of them, will go in the summer. That's a big rebuilding job at Arsenal and Manchester United in the summer. And now speaking of another top 4 race, we're heading to Serie, and this one looks sealed, you could say, because Lazio are definitely out of it. After Atalanta, who have single-handedly been so impressive this season in Serie, like I said a couple of weeks ago, they're in the Coppa Italia, and they'll play Lazio actually, who they just beat, and they pretty much just ended Lazio's top 4 dreams, because Lazio were appalling. They couldn't deal with Zapata, they couldn't deal with Gomez, and they couldn't deal with the whole midfield of Lazio, who've been really impressive me this season. And the goals, they've got so much goals in this team. Right now, they're actually 4 points above Roma, who couldn't beat Genoa this weekend. So right now, you have to say Atalanta are in pole position with 3 games to go. They have it in their hands. All they do, Atalanta, is win the next 2 games. I think Inter Milan will finish in the top 4, even though their form at the minute has been atrocious, and be sums up Inter Milan all season. They're just inconsistent. But AC Milan, they're struggling, and they have a big game coming up on Monday. They have to win that game, where I think they're out. Right now, Atalanta have a huge opportunity of finishing in the top 4. And for me, the only team that can catch Atalanta is Roma and probably AC Milan. As for Lazio, their dreams of top 4 is finished. Their big game now is against Atalanta in the Coppa Italia at the end of the season. And now heading to the Bundesliga, and it's Bayer Leverkusen versus Frankfurt. And Frankfurt have really did not perform well in this game. Now you could say maybe they had the hangover up against Chelsea in the Europa League, and they got really good. Actually, Chelsea probably the favourites now because they got the way goal, and Frankfurt had so many chances but didn't take them. But against Leverkusen absolutely humiliated them 6-1. It was a walkover. I mean, I think Brandt scored 2 goals in this game and made so many assists. Frankfurt did get a goal, but they were second best. It looked like it was just one game too many for Frankfurt. And Leverkusen right now, they're back in the top 4 race. And I said Leverkusen had to win this game if they want to finish in the top 4. They're now in the same points as Frankfurt. And to be honest, from Frankfurt down to Hoffenheim, there's 4 clubs with I think only like 3 points separating them teams. With 2 games to go, that last top 4 spot, that last Champions League spot in the Bundesliga is even more tighter than the Serie A top 4 spot. Because I thought it was there. I thought Frankfurt had top 4 in their hands. Now, with their terrible form at the end of the season, you had to give Leverkusen, maybe even Hoffenheim, a chance, and Gladbach as well. So they now, these 4 teams, I can call it. Any of them 4 can finish 4th. And that just leaves the last game, which is in the Liga, and it's Herska versus Valencia. And Herska have officially been relegated from the Liga, which, to be honest, is not really a surprise. We all said Herska were going to get relegated anyway because they just don't have the quality in a top league. And it showed in this game because they got smashed 6-2. Yes, they did get 2 goals in the second half, but the game was over in the first half because Valencia scored 5, and it could have been 7, 8, or 9. I couldn't believe how bad Herska were. It was like probably just like Frankfurt. It was 1 game too many for them, and Valencia, a massive win for them, which gives them absolute huge hope of finishing above of their arch rivals in Getafe, because Getafe actually are 4th at the minute. But Getafe have tough games coming up at the end of the season. Valencia, you could say, have winnable games coming up. And Sevilla's form after getting beaten by Leganés, I don't even know Mega Sevilla. So right now, I believe it's a straight fight between Getafe and Valencia for that last Champions League spot. Sevilla's form doesn't give me any hope that they're going to finish 4th, even though for the majority of the season they've been in the top 4. But at this stage of the season, if I had to say who's going to finish 4th, I'd probably say Valencia. As 2 teams down, and at that relegation spot, take your pick really. So as they have another Football Impact video on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget, if you are a Manchester United fan, and if you are an Arsenal fan, these players are just a bunch of bottle jobs. I can't wait for the summer. I can't wait until we sell all these garbage, low-life motherfuckers out of this football club. Then, Man United and Arsenal, why don't you guys just go and relax on the beach, eat a nice summer vacation, come back to this video and smash the godforsaken like button and headbutt the notification bell. Anyway, hope you all have a nice time with it. Enjoy yourselves. Please like, subscribe. The Natural is out.